hot Cheeto Jazz is the most accurate description for this thing that I've seen so far. Much like Watermelon Mirage, this is a unreleased G2 colorway that they did for the Legacy Walmart exclusive Toxtron collection, and I really like it. It almost looks like it has Doritos on the spoiler and the doors, and I really love that gradient on the front. The orange is super nice. Something else about this version is those nice painted wheels on there, and it does roll pretty well. Now, this is a repaint straight up of the original Jazz, but it does include the new guns with it, which is really nice that we get some extra stuff, especially since it's been a while for that original one. The only problem is you can't store all of them in vehicle mode. He only has the one spot, and the guns don't really combine in any meaningful way, so it is kind of hard to fully store these. But he does look good with other figures from the War for Cybertron line, that being Starscream, Toxitron, and one not from that line, that being Machine Wars Hoist. I have yet to talk about this mold. This is based on Studio Series Jazz, obviously. It's the 86 mold, but it does have the extra guns, like I mentioned, and it includes the original Jazz gun. I believe these are from Detrius, I think, so, or Hound, the unreleased Studio Hound. But anyways, this is a really nice color on this. But the transformation to get it to robot mode is very simple. You just unhook the doors, like so. I like to bring the arms kind of down and fold them out. Push this piece right here down. Maybe you can't get that quite down yet, but then you want to be careful because this entire section right here is clear plastic. So just kind of wiggle this free and pull the legs out. They are just on those like accordion style joints. Now from here we can adjust the arms back down and start kind of moving things. So you kind of want to adjust this and push this panel down. Now that the arms are free, then we can lift the head up and around and bring the torso down. Now, oh, hang on, I almost forgot. I always forget this. There's a piece right here and you want to spin it around. Now there's two tabs right there. There's two slots on the top of this part, and you want those two slots right there to go over those two tabs. So kind of just take your time with it, line it up. The head plate likes to push it out of the way. Hang on. There we go. All right. And that's what's going to lock everything right there in place. Flip up the toes. So just flip the toes, bring it to the backpack, and fold, not those in, fold this up. And again, just be a little careful with it. Fold it up and into the windshield. Fold these pieces down and around, and it double hinges down and onto his back. Come down here, make sure those legs are tabbed in. There's a little tab on the front of the legs right there, little slots. Make sure those are tabbed in, and you can split the legs. Then come up to the hands and just fold them out. And there we have, and you can also fold these down if you want. I like leaving them up. I just think it looks slightly more interesting. The box art, I can't really see. Let me see what the instructions look like. The instructions do have them folded down, but I'm gonna leave them up. And adjusting, give them some blasters here. We can give them the two new blasters, and boom, there we go. We have Toxitron Jazz in robot mode with one loose gun, unfortunately. Now, robot mode on this thing looks kind of crazy, but also kind of amazing. It's that look that Cloud Cover has, you know, where you kind of got to see it in person to really take in just how good this guy looks. The nice orange gradient chest and the two different tones of almost red orange and this nice tangerine orange really make it look good. The head sculpt on here is just Jazz's, but it looks fantastic in this new color, just the straight up orange. I love the visor and the face details on here. Posability is also great on this figure. It is fairly standard across the board, but it does look good in a lot of poses you can get it into. The only major joint it's missing is a wrist swivel, and the new guns really lend to Jazz a lot. I especially like using the extra gun as a little antenna. And of course, here it is sized up with some other figures from the wave, that being the Watermelon Mirage, the Seeker Cloud Cover,
and Toxitron, and that should give you a pretty good look of how this guy will scale with your Legacy collection. Oh, and here's a Laserfire, of course.
Articulation on G2 Jazz is pretty good. They are able to get into just about any pose you want them to and have about the standard amount of articulation that we're used to at this point. So that means they have a ball jointed head, which is pretty emotive. You can get a lot of side to side tilt and waggle out of that. Arms go full 360, they come out. They have a bicep swivel and go 90 at the elbow, no wrist swivel. They do have a full 360 at the waist. It's pretty tight when you get like past like 90 degrees turn, but it's still there. Legs go just shy of 90, a little bit shyer than 90 on the back, but still pretty good. Come out, also shy of 90. Have a thigh swivel, not a full thigh swivel, but enough that you're gonna use. Like, you're not really gonna twist the leg all the way around. Then they have a bend at the knee, and if you really want, you can fake a double knee because it's just on this hinge, and it doesn't look too unnatural. I think it looks still okay from most angles. And then they have a very, very good ankle tilt. I will say on my copy right here, it feels tight yet gummy, so I'm kind of scared to turn that all the way out for fear that it might be putting pressure on the plastic. Another thing, as always, with the previous Jazz mold, this is all clear plastic back here aside from the doors, so do try and be careful with the backpack, and if you can look at it a little bit beforehand, make sure to do that. And of course, because they come with an entire suite of weapons, you can mix and match which ones this guy is holding. I personally like having the silver one on the back as an antenna, and then the grenade launcher and the handheld in the hand. Yeah, there's Jazz.
Is this gonna replace your Studio Series Jazz? No, it is not. It is very much not close to that colorway. Is this a cool figure to have in your collection? 100% yes. I think this is a fantastic addition to the Toxitron collection, which in all, I don't think that that's a collection you need every figure from to enjoy. I think you can get a few select members like Jazz, like Mirage, like Toxitron, and Cloud Cover, and be happy. I have these four. I think these are the best looking four, and I think Toxitron as a capsule is a fairly good one. Is it gaudy? Is it 90s? Is it in your face? Yes. All above yes. But I really like it, and I'm a huge fan of these guys. Let me know what you guys thought, as always, in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. This has been Bots Obsession.